Welcome. It's the Red Nose Day, and I can't talk very well with the red nose on. But it's okay because it's for a really good cause. When I was watching The Voice the other day, I saw that they had it on. Oh, my God, I can't even talk. So let me tell you that in a few minutes after Judy reads exactly what it's about, and then we'll be able to talk a little bit. But join NBC on this day. Go ahead, Judy.
Hi there. I'm going to have to take my red nose off to read this because I can't read with a red nose.
But don't we look good?
Yes.
We'll put it back on.
About the show, about the Red Nose Day show. In the continued spirit of raising money to help lift children out of poverty, NBC is once again set to celebrate Red Nose Day with a 2-hour television event. The second annual Red Nose Day special will air Thursday, May 26th from 9 to 11 Eastern Standard Time. Top comedy and musical performances from A-list celebrities and artists around the world will once again raise money to help lift children out of poverty. With a focus on driving change through powerful entertainment, M&M's is returning as a presenting media sponsor, while Walgreens plans to serve as the executive retailer of the noses in the U.S.
Let's put it on for 1 second.
Yes.
Come on. Join them.
Join
Bye.
them. Tune in.
Anyway, but we could take our noses off. Anyway, so I really, saw on The Voice they were doing it, and then I happened to go to Walgreens, but I don't think anything happens in your life without reason, because I went for an MRI, and then I was in the area, so I went to Walgreens. Usually I go to CVS, Rite Aid. I won't go to Walgreens. But then I saw the noses, and they asked you to donate if you wanted to buy a nose. So I bought a few noses for us here on Madhouse TV, on ReneMarie's Stroke of Luck internet TV show. And I thought we'd talk about it because we are so blessed with everything we have in America. And it really is really, really sad when you think about the children without food and in poverty. And when you watch the internet, the TV and internet, when there's children that are hungry.
That's so sad.
It
breaks your
indescribable.
heart.
It's to put ourselves in that place, and with all the waste that we have, and all the way that we don't think twice about going to Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts but so on that day, please support the Red Nose Day with NBC. It really is a good cause, and it ties right into our telethon, because our telethon was a musical entertaining, and Jerry Lewis was always a wonderful mentor in my life. I remember when I was telling Allyson in the green room when I was very young in high school, and Mr. Appaluccio said to me, if there's anybody in the world that you would want to meet, who would that be? And without question, it was Jerry Lewis. Without question. And fast forward, a few years, and here I sit, executive producing and visualizing and doing a telethon, and I am so proud.
And you're doing a wonderful job.
Thank you. But I'm so proud of all of us. We really did accomplish so much, and not only financially. Ooh, sorry. Let me shut my phone off. Financially, we didn't hit the stride. We didn't hit the mark. But just think about, this was envisioned for 5 years. I visualized it. And for us to pull off, with the help of Madhouse TV, to executive produce a telethon, to bring everybody together, and the awareness, the abundance in awareness that we brought around the world 24/7, and still to this day is indescribable. Indescribable. It's not like all of a sudden we do it and it's off the air. It's on the air 24/7.
Yes.
7 days a week, 365 days a year.
In fact, our first telethon is still up on the
Still
website.
right, right. So we really have created a masterpiece.
I believe so.
I
yes.
really, I'm so excited. I'm so proud, and I tell everybody I thank everybody from the bottom of my heart, from the people in the backdrops to the people doing the phone bank to the entertainers, to really, Frank's Bagel Shop in Hawthorne, to what was the grill, Railroad Grill that donated food. Everybody that played any part. And not only that, but how about the people that shared the awareness and shared the information and for one split second just pass it along to somebody. I mean, we're so grateful to everybody, and we're gonna really, we have begun to influence the stroke and aphasia world out in the universe. I had one of my softball coaches, backtrack to softball, Barbara Stewart. I don't know if I said this on the air one time. She Facebooked me and she says, Renee, I'm so proud of you because I didn't know what aphasia was. And I was behind a car and it had something about aphasia, and I only knew because you have been pushing to make aphasia known. And that really is...
And a lot of people have suffered from it.
Yes. And our guests today, Allyson and Steve from New Beginnings, they have such a remarkable story. And we asked them, Judy asked them to be on the show because I guess they just fell in line with our philosophy.
Yes,
that,
they do.
How through love.
And there's deep, devoted love
Allyson
showed for her dad.
Yes, and because of that, we know, Allyson knows, Steve knows, that anything is possible when you do it through love.
And she had strong support from Steve, her husband.
Yes. So they're going to be
very important.
Yes, they're going to be on the show in a few minutes, and we really are going to talk to them about how the struggles, because they had a lot of struggles, a lot of roadblocks.
Definitely.
Yes. In our press, we put out a lot that they've had a lot of roadblocks, and we're going to talk to them about how they managed to create a center, because actually that's one of our legacies. We foresee visualizing.
We have that plan as well.
Yes, for stroke patients, but actually, Allyson said that they have stroke patients attending theirs. So I'm really happy about that.
Yes,
I'm really happy about that.
We should go and interview a few of them.
We should. Okay, Allyson.
We're going to talk to you about that, Allyson.
Yes. But before we do, we are so excited because Deborah Toscano has really joined the Madhouse team. Bobby Baby Walker, a co-host of ours, who actually couldn't be here today because he's so busy. And really, it takes a lot of dedication, a lot of time to invest in an internet TV program.
It sure does.
It's not like, yes, it does. It does. It's not like, you just go and you do it. It really takes a lot of time and preparation. And Bobby couldn't be booked at night because he wasn't sure he'd make it there. So there was a lot of times where, he has decided a really tough decision. But I give him kudos because I remember somebody saying you got to make those tough decisions in life and you have to stick to them. He has decided to release his time slot every other week from us.
Right.
So could you show? Let's show Deborah's her conversation. The name of the show is Conversation Corners, and it begins next week.
Yeah.
Next week, Conversation Corners begins. So you'll tune in. There's Deborah on the Conversation Corners. So Deborah will be she'll be hosting that show. She's got a team of people working with her. She's got a lot of exciting shows. She has been in the entertainment industry all her life, since 5 years old, right?
5 years old. She
Yes.
came from a family where they were all singers.
Wow. So,
entertainers.
so she's right in line with
Yes.
Bobby and myself. And Bobby will be co-hosting with us. He just couldn't attend today because, once again, he had other responsibilities that he had to stand strong on. So, but we're really excited. Welcome, Debbie, to our show. Yay!
Yay!
So, all right, so we're going to be right back. And when we come back, we're going to have Allyson and Steve, the wonderful founders of New Beginnings, join us. And we're going to really have an important conversation about their center and really about the how you can accomplish anything through love. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
What are you looking for? You don't even know that. You don't even know you're on the ball list, so you can't even answer. I'm asking you about it. You gotta be highly skilled. You gotta be highly skilled. You understand that?
What are you sick?
Are you well versed there? Are you a very smart man? Hit me with some funny shit.
My shit's twisted.
Tell me something. Tell me
What
something.
do you have right there?
That's awesome.
Well-
That's a big.
That's nice.
You know damn well. You know damn well.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's
Sir, hey, are you interested? Are you interested or
Twisted
not?
talent.
See, you got twisted.
That's twisted. That's talent.
You see what I'm saying? You understand me? And if you can't whip out answers like that, that man is liable to door to commercial break, punch your fucking mouth loose. You understand me? Time is up, sir. You understand me? You're on. You're the man. All right, give me your name now. I'm sorry.
My name is Willie.
Willie, where you working at?
We are twisted. We are awesome. Love it.
Can you repeat that question again?
Galaxy Luxury Coach is a full-service limousine and party bus company. Family-owned and operated, we are an industry leader with over 25 years of experience in providing best-in-class luxury transportation for your special event. Whether it's your precious wedding day, an all-day wine tour out east, your high school prom, that special birthday, or just an amazing night on the town, our professional chauffeurs stand ready to ensure your special event is truly special. Galaxy Luxury Coach has one of the largest and modern party bus fleets in the New York area. Our party buses are simply nightclubs on wheels. Concert sound systems, light shows, lasers and strobes, multicolor LED lighting brilliantly lights your party bus inside and out. For corporate and more laid-back events, we will cater to your specific needs and requests. What sets Galaxy aside from all others in the luxury transportation industry is our attention to detail in customizing our services to your special event. At Galaxy, it's all about you and your guests. Galaxy customers return time and time again because they know they can trust Galaxy to help deliver those lifetime memorable moments. Step aboard and let your Galaxy experience begin.
For professional motorcycle transport and towing, think Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing. Proudly serving all of Long Island, we feature expert handling and 24/7 service. So send a limo for your toy with Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing. For professional
Hi, welcome back to ReneMarie Stroke of Luck. We're really honored to have the opportunity to bring two incredible individuals to the forefront of the show in the world, because you know this platform on Madhouse TV allows the world to join us and to become aware of the work that Long Island natives. Are you and Long Island natives?
Yes.
Long Island natives. I wasn't saying a lie. Really have begun to to bring forth. So let me introduce to you our new friends and new family members, because everybody that comes on the show becomes a friend and a family with us. But this is Allyson. How do you say your last name, Allyson?
Scerri.
Scerri. Oh, that's good. That's an easy one. Allyson Scerri. Yay! And Steve.
Correct.
Is your last name Scerri as well?
Yes.
Well, you never know, because
It's a beautiful last name.
sometimes married people, because I actually kept when I was previously married, I kept my maiden name. I added his name onto my name. So it doesn't,
I did the same thing.
Yeah. it's a different world out there today, But welcome. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
We are so excited, and let's backtrack a little bit of how Judy doing her wonderful work. Judy, tell us how you located Allyson
Well,
and Steve.
I was on Facebook, and I was just going through various things, and I found New Beginnings.
That's a great title. We'll get to how you got that name, but go ahead, Judy.
And I read about New Beginnings. I went on the website for New Beginnings, and I said, oh, these would be great guests.
Wow.
And that was back in September, I think.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. So before we get to the story, let's get to the story first, because I think that's more important. You both were married and living your life, and all of a sudden,
On February 7th, 2007, I was actually in Target, and I received the worst phone call of my life. My father in Florida was being wheeled in for brain surgery. And so I called Steve in a panic, and he said, just pack your bag, I'll get you to the airport.
wow.
And I really knew nothing about brain injury. I didn't know what to expect, but when I was on the airplane, I shut my phone off. We were ready to take off, and I didn't know if he would survive the surgery or he would pass away.
Terrible.
Horrible 3-hour flight.
It's got to take days to take that. I mean, it's just there's no way you can get there
Couldn't
faster.
grasp your mind to anything. And when we got there, he did survive the surgery, and his head was all bandaged up, and he was in a coma. He was 16 weeks in the hospital.
So how did he get to that point?
Well, first of all, his accident was from a motorcycle.
Okay.
He was in Florida, and there's no helmet law.
Oh, I didn't know
Yes,
they didn't have a helmet law in Florida.
There's still no helmet law in Florida.
You have to wear a helmet to be on a bicycle, but not to be on a motorcycle.
That's ridiculous.
That's outrageous.
That's ridiculous.
Crazy.
And why would you? I mean, look what's happening. I mean, just it's. I don't know.
It's so, and that's really.
But the truth is, and not to place blame on your father, but if I was responsible, I would wear a helmet whether it's law or not, right?
Yeah.
Because especially after anyway, it's just it's astounding to me. but your poor father, he
came out of his coma, and when he came out of the coma, he had to relearn how to talk, to eat, to walk.
Oh, my God.
I remember he took his first steps to me like a baby, and I was so affected. My kids were young; they were 14 and 17, and
wow.
my priority was to be by his bedside and learn everything I could about brain injury. I didn't even go on a computer back then.
Yeah.
So I partnered up with a good friend of mine, Kate DiMeglio.
She lives in Long Island?
Yes. And we started a support group.
Wow.
And literally, I think there was 3 of us when we started.
So your father was in Florida, your father was here?
We medevaced him home.
Okay.
So we medevaced him. He was at St. Charles.
Medevac is
Airlifted.
airlifted?
And brought him close. And we, after his 16 weeks, he moved in with us. We have an apartment on our property. And we went, he was tough. He had a lot of anger. He was violent. He wasn't my dad.
Well, we were
totally
talking
different
about that
person.
before because, because aphasia and strokes in the mind is really one of the things I could speak out about because I have experienced it. And I will tell you that, when your brain is scrambled, which is what happens to
Right.
brains when they're traumatic. So, I mean, whether it's you go through a motorcycle accident or you suffer a stroke, which scrambles your brain, you have no control over of what you're doing or how you're acting. Or we had a gentleman. What was the gentleman on the show? Mac, Bernie. I don't remember the gentleman that sat over there. Anyway, he would cry at a drop of a hat.
Bart.
Because your emotions are affected.
Right, because it just affected that side of the emotions. He says, he goes, I don't know why I do it, but I just can't help myself.
I've
I just
experienced that.
like I just cry and I mean and honestly people see me and I pull myself together and all that, but the truth is that I still experience some of the struggles, because I always have to remember that at one point my brain was scrambled as well. I mean, I defragment it. I really think that I'm as defragmented as I'll ever be, and I have to keep, it's like throwing a softball. You have to keep throwing it, and you have to keep practicing, and you have to keep in shape. And it takes a lot. So, I feel for your father.
And I learned that stroke, some signs of an ongoing stroke could be crying for no reason or laughing for no reason.
Yeah. So your father wasn't himself when he was angry, it just wasn't him.
Everything was exaggerated. When he laughed, he would overly laugh.
Right.
And when he would cry, it kind of reminded me of a clown.
Right.
Very, very exaggerated.
Right.
And his memory was so affected. And he would ask where my mother was every day.
And she passed away.
She passed away. My mom died of a traumatic brain injury from a car accident when she was 49 years old.
Really?
So both my parents were affected.
Really? Oh my God.
She died right away?
She died right away. She died yes, by the time we got to the hospital. She died. So even though she died of a traumatic brain injury, she was gone. So I didn't have to really learn about it or get involved as much as my father.
A real tragedy happened to both your parents.
So my father, after my mom died, I think that's the reason he went on the motorcycle and fast cars, fast boats, because he suffered tremendous survivor guilt. He was with my mom and he saw her die. And
he was in the car with
He
her?
was driving, but they were hit by a 17-year-old kid.
Oh,
so it wasn't his fault, but it didn't matter. He, took it on. And I noticed with a lot of survivors of traumatic brain injury, behind their injury is some sort of a story. Either bipolar, depression, high risk taker. And so that was my dad's story before his injury. So as he was recovering, underneath it all, it was extra tough. But he made a remarkable recovery. He could eat, he could walk with assistance.
Wow.
We did go through 68 nursing aides because he was tough. He would fire them all. And this is where my husband came in because there were days I couldn't even be in the room with him. It was just exhausting.
Yeah.
So Steve was
Because
What did you tell your father-in-law? What did you
He's
tell
just out of
him?
control.
No, did you tell him that you have to be nicer to these people?
Oh, yeah,
because
but
they're
it
trying to
didn't
help you?
matter. It didn't matter.
It didn't matter.
No, it didn't matter. He had a one-set mind, and it was his way or no way.
Yeah. But it wasn't him.
Nope,
It wasn't him.
not at all.
It wasn't him. It just, And that's really the tough part of it. That really is a tough
It's
part of it.
confusing.
It's confusing. I mean, because of course you're emotionally attached, you know, and now probably that you have a center, and that's why Steve could probably handle it. He wasn't so emotionally attached to, you know, your father. I mean, I'm sure you had a great relationship.
Right, we had a great
and-
relationship.
Yeah, but it wasn't like that father-daughter
No, I didn't have-
connection.
no.
It could be a little
you know.
tougher with him.
Yeah, yeah.
Where with me,
yeah.
you know, here I am, the main caregiver of my dad, and I'm still the daughter, and
Yeah.
it was, you know, and I got hit in the head a couple times. by
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
You know, but it toughened me up, and I channeled my energy into really helping others.
And that really did a remarkable. So, should we take a break? No, we'll go a few more minutes and then we'll take a break. I'm just looking at the time. So okay, your father had a brain injury. You medevaced him back to Long Island. He was living with you. So what was the turning point? I know you did your research on, you know, about head injuries. What were some of the information that really wowed you, like really, you know, really grabbed you?
I think the hardest part is because of his age. He was 67 when his injury occurred, and he really fell through the cracks. He didn't fit in with receiving any kind of like traumatic brain injury waiver program. You know, everything was paid out of pocket, and nothing was easy. We took him in the car for one therapy in Port Jefferson, another therapy in Sag Harbor, and he wasn't the easiest person to have in the car. We were exhausted. He was angry. I couldn't even stop for gas. He would like start punching, and you know, which is a lot like our returning veterans with the PTSD and the traumatic brain injuries. And I just started learning as much as I could. And I said, I don't want to see any other families go through the nightmare that we're going through because it's horrible.
Right.
I want to have one place that we could go to for everything.
Yeah. Well, that's why our May 7th show is really going to be a roundtable discussion about how insurance and politics really shouldn't play a part in recovery. It really shouldn't. When you suffer some kind of illness or traumatic or whatever you're suffering, you should be able to recover and go to whatever you need as an individual, a human, to recover. Right. You shouldn't have to worry about, well, you have to take them there and you can't get this because you fall through the cracks. And like, what is that?
And you cap out because you're not showing progress.
Yeah.
Well, how can you show progress when you're so heavily medicated for seizures?
That happened to my dad, too, and I was very upset and frustrated because he didn't recover fast enough for the recovery, for the rehab, so they canceled it.
Which is common.
To me, there's nobody on this earth that can sit there and psychologically tell me that there's any reason for that. Mm-hmm. There's no reason. There's no reason. And what really, I guess it affects me and it hurts me when, you know, if this should happen to somebody who's in high power or somebody who could change,
it's all different.
It would be different.
Yeah.
It would be different. Oh, we have to do this and we got to do that. Well, why? Because it happened to you and not to. We're humans. We're people. Like even, you know, wherever we are, we deserve to be treated equally.
Absolutely.
You know, and that just, and I feel for you that you had to go through that because it's sad. It's sad.
Yes.
It's so crazy. We're gonna take a quick break so I can recap. We'll be right back in a few minutes to talk to Allyson and Steve more about New Beginnings and how from their struggles and everything that we heard Steve and Allyson just go through, how they took that and they channeled it into changing the world for a lot of wonderful people. We'll be right back.
Wash, where every day is a great day for a car wash. Open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Sundays 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. Detailing packages for every budget, starting out at $29.99. 100% hand wash and detail centre. Horsehair and microfiber brushes and mitts. Proudly using Ecolab Blue Coral soaps and waxes. Formula Auto Wash has served the community for over 30 years. Senior discounts all day, every day. Ladies' Day Wednesday, $3 off any wash. Early bird discount Monday through Thursday till 9:30 a.m. Check out our website, formulaautowash.com.
You smell so good, I won't have to bathe the next 2 weeks. Anything. So, here, laugh a little harder. All right?
I will take him. I would be proud to show you off, you little weirdo man.
Get a new sweater. The worst dressed man here tonight. Right? Look, get that laugh, and get it in there tonight because nobody else is gonna laugh like her. She's under drugs, all right?
Hi, welcome back to ReneMarie Stroke of Luck. We're really honored and privileged today to talk to two individuals that really have making a difference in the world, and they really, you know. And I keep saying this because I believe that love is the answer for everything. I really believe that when you have love, you can get through anything in your life. So we're going to continue the conversation with Allyson and Steve about their center. That's really what we want to touch base on. So tell us, you know, how far in and how this center got started.
Well, actually, Monday is our 5th year anniversary.
Wow.
Happy anniversary.
Happy
Thank
anniversary.
you.
Yeah. We get to celebrate anniversaries on this show. The last show we had Nancy?
No.
Anna. She was a 2-year anniversary, and she suffered a stroke 2 years ago. And she celebrated it here on the show, and her whole family came. It was incredible. It was an honor.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, it was an honor. So 5 years.
So we opened 5 years ago. We actually started 8 years.
Wow.
You know, we worked out of our houses, and then we had a small little office, and then we officially opened 5 years. And to date, we treat over 100 clients per week.
Wow.
So we're always busy. We get the phone calls, the desperate phone calls after they've been through the system, and we're long-term. And it's, come on in.
What do you mean by long-term?
Long-term means, you know, we don't cap out the
Like
therapy.
Yes.
We don't turn anyone away. We say, you know, we'll find a way. If they don't have the proper insurance, then we fundraise. We have hardship funds. We've created all different ways that we don't have to say no.
Right.
And that's really my favorite part.
Yes. There's some joy because it, at least it alleviates others to go through the struggles that you had to go through.
And I love that. I wish I would have had a place like this, you know, during Dad's recovery. But we also took it one step further.
But if your father would have had all that support, you guys wouldn't have created what you created.
Pretty much, yeah. You're right.
Probably.
And even with his brain injury, and he was a builder, and we learned a lot from him because he was so intuitive and wise. Even with the brain being damaged the way it was, we really listened to him, and he got to experience our center, and he got to give his opinions, and to this day, you know, he did pass away a year and a half ago from his heart. His brain was healing, but we keep his memory alive. We have pictures all over, and it keeps us to continue. And we're also proud that we're opening a shared living facility in Riverhead on Sound Avenue called the Brendan House. And we're about to open that. That's been a 5-year journey.
Wow.
It'll enable 10 civilians or veterans with any kind of cognitive or physical injury to live, because New Beginnings is an outpatient center.
Right, right.
But we want something where the parents, and I particularly think of Kate, who works by my side every day. Her son was injured on his 21st birthday.
Oh,
That was 17 years ago.
wow.
She's been taking care of him all these years. And now, when he moves into the Brendan house, she's actually going to have some of her life back.
Yeah.
And that's very important for me to see these families that are exhausted
Yes. Yes.
be able to,
Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
have some respite
Yeah.
time themselves.
And it's important mentally for them to know that their loved one is in a place that they're being taken care of, and really for them to be able to rest, because, you know, someone could take care of them, but it needs to be in an environment that's really special,
Yes.
you know, so that's awesome. Let's backtrack a little bit, because you didn't mention how, Steve, I want you to tell us a story of how
Rebuilt the place?
Well, how you built the place, but how all of a sudden, because I know Allyson had told me in the green room how, you know, all of a sudden you said, you want to build a center? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we had a piece of property that I was going to get permits on and build it, a whole building from scratch.
But what inspired, like, why did it come to you
I
all
got
of a
tired
sudden?
of running all over the island. With my father-in-law beating the dashboard up, beating the car up, grabbing the steering wheel. It was out of control.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, enough. We got to do
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
I can't
that's
imagine
good.
everybody doing this.
Yeah.
I did it, but
Yeah, yeah. Well, we do it because we don't have a choice. We
Well,
don't have a choice.
I love
And we
them
do it
so.
out of love,
Yeah,
too.
yeah. And love is the
Love.
answer.
Right.
So tell us how you built it. I mean,
well, we were going to do it on a separate piece of property, but then it was going to take way too long, and I'm very impatient. So I found a warehouse that was just empty. It was totally empty. So we
Wow.
converted it to office space and to you know, house everybody. But I had to get the permits along building it all at the same time.
permits along with building at the same time.
Well, because I was trying to build it and get the permits at the same time, and the
Right.
town of Brookhaven was unbelievable with this.
They're so
They
good.
pushed everything
Oh,
right through.
good.
That's
They
beautiful.
were amazing,
That's-
totally amazing.
That's good, because you were doing it for a cause. You weren't doing it
Right.
for a profit, you
Without
know?
making any money,
Yeah,
nobody
yeah.
gets paid.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, the therapists get paid, but Allyson doesn't get paid. I don't get paid.
We don't take salaries.
Wow, wow. Well, that's,
And I took my own personal money and I put it into getting the building done.
wow.
So.
That's incredible.
Your father
That's
must be
incredible.
so proud. And
We
your
did it
mom
in 3
looking down
months.
from heaven and
3
seeing
months.
what you're
3
doing.
months.
Yeah.
That
Must
that
be
to me,
very
it's meant to happen.
He
when
was.
you do
he
something,
was.
you know.
Yeah.
But even now, I know that they're guiding you.
When he was passing away, you know, I got that wonderful 3-hour conversation with him.
Aw.
And he always called it that place, that brain place. But right before he passed, he said, you know, I'm very proud of New Beginnings. So I was like, you know,
Aw.
it was good.
I remember my dad saying that he was very proud of what I did for him, that I saved his life, and he really appreciated it.
See, you guys are good people. Good people doing good work. So tell us, you know, if someone goes there, what's their structure for the day?
We start at 9 a.m., and that's when our day program starts. And then throughout the day, depending on who the client is, we call them survivors. They might have full therapy, speech, occupational therapy, physical, hyperbaric oxygen. So it's
What's
a full-
hyperbaric oxygen?
Those are the chambers
Oh,
that bring 100% oxygen into every cell of your body to
Wow.
promote healing. They're amazing.
wow.
And even though a lot of it isn't covered yet, traumatic brain injury is not covered, it's coming a long way. And people will do fundraisers. We also help. We do fundraisers throughout the whole year.
Wow.
You know, we have galas every year and golf outings, and we're just always trying to help one another.
Right, right.
And networking. So all our therapies, we have top therapists. I'm very proud of them. They do real one-on-one intense therapy, because as you know, it can't be just a little bit of therapy. You need to, and if you stop, you'll go backwards.
That's true.
So, you know, it's always an interesting day. We see a lot of miracles. Kate's son started talking after 11 years.
Wow.
Wow.
11
Wow.
years. So, like, you never stop. You never give up hope.
Right.
You have to keep going. And no two recoveries are alike.
No stroke is alike.
No.
But he talked in Spanish too to Alyssa,
He's
our stepdaughter.
Did
yeah.
he speak Spanish
Yeah.
at any point in his life?
Yes.
He did?
And he remembered. That
He
all came
remembered.
back.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, we work well together, the whole team. There's about 40 people that work in the building, and, and my job at New Beginnings is to oversee and make sure the families are happy if there's any problems. And, we'll go out and we'll do all the networking, and we meet wonderful people like you. And we just don't stop, we just keep going. We have a lot more left that we want to do.
Yeah, yeah. That's so good. That's so good. So, tell us, do you have any scheduled fundraisers that you could
We have
promote?
our next one is our 5th annual golf outing.
Okay.
That's May 20th at Rock Hill.
Okay.
And we're honoring Sheriff DeMarco. Sheriff DeMarco, his labor assistance program, the inmates from the Riverhead Jail,
Wow.
are the ones weekly building the Brendan House.
Wow.
So we have 15 to 20 men come there, and they put their efforts into the skills that they have, the plumbing, carpentry, and we go and we feed them every week. We have this great gourmet lunch, and we have a good time also, and we're just seeing this house just turn out amazing.
Wow, that is awesome. So do you have the people that are going to be moving into the house already?
Yes,
Are
we
they
do.
They're designated already?
We do. We have a waiting list. We also have some respite rooms for people that just need a break. You want to put your loved one there and go on vacation.
Oh,
That's really
so
good.
important.
That's really good. That's
So-
a great idea.
And
that
then we
you
also have a
can-
comedian that night too, Maria Walsh. She's called the
I've
Naughty
heard of her.
Mommy. She's
I
really
know.
funny. So if people don't play golf, they can just join us for the dinner.
Right.
Right. And then our 8th annual gala is November 1st. That's going to be at Giorgio's, and that's Calverton.
Yes.
And so if anybody wants to even help or volunteer their time or help make baskets or anything, you can go right on the website, which is
Give them the website.
the website
address.
is nbli.org, and all the information's on there.
That's so
Yeah.
good. That's so good. So, what was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say. I was so into supporting your fundraisers and stuff. So, all right. So, it really is incredible the way that, through the hardship, that you really are impacting and making a difference. And they always say, you can make lemonade or lemons. You can,
Lemons, you can make lemonade.
how do you say it?
From lemons, you can make lemonade.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So, and life is hard. Life is hard.
And you've both done it.
Oh, thank you, Judy. But so, yeah, I think whatever we could help you with, if you ever, just keep letting us know. We'll talk about any promotions we have.
Let us
to,
know
or-
about all your fundraisers so that we can.
Yeah.
Yes,
well-
and any stroke awareness, I'd love to help you.
Okay.
Because, as you know, we tend to think of older people having strokes, and there's children, all ages. A
And if
stroke
any
can
of
come out
them-
of nowhere.
If any of them can talk about their experience, I'd like to interview them.
That would be wonderful. We also have a monthly support group. So if
Yeah.
anybody just needs, it's the first Wednesday of every month, and it's at New Beginnings. It's 12 Platinum Court in Medford.
Wow.
Just pop up.
We'd love to come and see the center.
Yes.
Oh, anytime.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. When
Okay.
I'm off for one
Yes.
day in the summer, we'd love to
Yes,
come up
yes.
and just see,
You have to take off more than one day. We've got a lot of places we've been.
It's like balancing, Oh, thank you, Vicki. There's your logo on the screen. Thank you so much. I forgot we had that photo. So we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to wrap it up, and of course, we're going to end with singing "I Believe in Music" and blowing kisses, and really sharing a little bit more about New Beginnings and with Allyson and Steve, and of course, Judy. We'll be right back.
My name is Dr. Robert Brevard. I'm here for Multi Medicine in Westbury, New York. We're located at 1065 Old Country Road, Suite 214. Been here for about 15 years. The practice has medical doctors, physical therapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists. We also do pain management, and we have orthopedists on staff. Here at Advanced Multi-Medicine Rehabilitation, we've got physical therapists on staff who treat an array of conditions, from neck pain to back pain, shoulder pain. We treat carpal tunnel. We treat a lot of car accident patients, slip and falls. We treat patients with knee injuries, with ankle injuries. We have state-of-the-art equipment. We've been here for over 15 years. Vast array of diagnostic testing, from x-rays to EMGs. What is an EMG? It's a diagnostic test that allows a doctor to determine where the pinched nerve is. Cora is a physical therapist at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. She's working on Stephanie, who was involved recently in an automobile accident. Stephanie has tight thoracic and cervical musculature, and Cora is doing some myofascial release work and some therapeutic stretching, doing it to help her with her pain. Vicky is also a patient here at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. Vicky is now working her leg muscles, specifically her quadricep muscles, trying to strengthen them after an injury she sustained. If you find yourself in need of any type of physical therapy, please don't hesitate to call Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation, located in Westbury, New York, in Suite 214. Phone number is 516-334-7000, or find us on our website at advancedmultimedicine.com.
You smell so good, I won't have to bathe the next 2 weeks. Anything. So, here, laugh a little harder. All right?
I will take him. I would be proud to show you off, you little weirdo man.
Get a new sweater. The worst dressed man here tonight. Right? Look, get that laugh, and get it in there tonight, because nobody else is gonna laugh like her. She's under drugs, all right?
Hi, welcome back to ReneMarie Stroke of Luck. I believe this is really a great show, you know, when we're talking about something that Allyson and Steve had experienced with their dad, and it was so far away in Florida. I can't imagine going on that air flight to Florida to see if you'll be able to function or even talk to your dad. You know, you're not even sure because he's in surgery. But they really did make remarkable strides because of the experience that her dad had suffered. You know, when we were on the break, we were talking about, I'm going to let Allyson mention it, but there's a way to donate to them if you're not even going to an event, because, you know, sometimes we don't have the finances, or we could be in a different part of the country, you know, and we're watching this show and we really want to reach out to them. You know what it takes? We spend $5 at Starbucks. We spend $10 at Starbucks. And the truth is, whatever support you can give, I believe God will grace you because you're helping someone. It doesn't matter how much it is. If someone is a millionaire and they want to spend $1,000 or $10,000, that's great. But those of us that don't have that kind of finances, to help them with $10 or $15 or $20 from a lot of people would really make a difference in the life. So tell them how they could donate a little bit, Allyson, please.
Well, the donations go to such good use between New Beginnings and the hardship funds, and also the Brendan House. We have a couple of last-minute things that, you know, we're getting together. And some people like to go online and donate, while others would rather write a check. And if you want to write a check, it would go to New Beginnings, 12 Platinum Court, Medford. That's New York, 11763. Or on the website, we have a whole donation page set up, and that's www.nbli.org. And, you always get a thank you, and we keep people up to date on where the funds are going. And come visit us, too.
And could they hook up to your center with like a newsletter or something? Or is there a way to do that on the
Yes,
website?
there is a newsletter right online.
Online.
And you'll
on the
see,
website.
just click up on the right-hand corner,
Right.
and you'll see that part.
Now, the hardship is really one thing that sticks in my mind, because as we were talking about before, that you guys don't turn anybody away, which is a gift from God. To be able to go to a center and not have to worry about being turned away because of your insurance or the money or whatever. And that really is one of the things that the donations goes towards. And I
Absolutely.
I'm so happy to, be a part of helping you in any way we can. Judy, of course, as well. Steve, is there anything that you, and I know we touch on a lot of stuff, but,
Other than getting a breath of air when the Brennan house is done, I'll be like.
Steve's going to be the first one in the room.
I'll be like, yes.
In the restroom.
We're done.
That's awesome. Tell them what one of these the house that you're building, and then we'll go right into singing in a few minutes, Vicki. But tell them a little bit about the respite. It's a house, right?
The house, right, which will house between 8 and 10 people.
Right,
and then
to
we
live.
have then we'll have a separate. We have a separate house on the property where you can have respite bed. You can leave the person there, and then you can go on vacation and then come back.
Which is an incredible.
Right. It's a whole separate house,
Yeah.
so they'll be feeling like they're in their own space.
And is somebody watching over them?
Yep. There'll be an
Somebody's
aide. There'll be an aide there with them.
That's incredible. That's incredible. So.
And that house, if you want to come take a look at it, it's on Sound Avenue, 4079 Sound Avenue.
Give your phone number and website one more time, because I really think it's important for everybody to be aware, because anywhere around the world, anywhere on the country, you can always hook onto the website and see it. So give us one more time.
The phone number is 631-286-6166. My extension is extension 1. And the website again is nbli.org. And my email's on there, and if we can help you in any way, we would love to.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming
Thank you.
today. It really was an honor
you.
and a privilege, and like I said, we're all family now. So we're definitely gonna call me. I think it's important for everybody. If you need help, if you need entertainer, if you need someone to speak, at a support group, a singer. Yeah, absolutely.
Not very multi-talented.
I would love to come. I mean, that's, I was telling you before, that's my love. That's my, I'd love to do this. I mean, I really grew into this position. I had no idea what I was doing a few years ago. I had no idea. We kind of grew into this. But, so, it's an honor. I would love to come and play, So, all right, so we're going to, thank you so much. Judy, thank you so much for finding Allyson and Steve. And we're going to, I guess you have to shut my lab off. Shut my lab off. Testing. All right. Is there another mic for Judy? Can you, yes? So, put it on, Judy. This is what we call winging it. And she'll shut your lab off. Okay. So we're going to go out singing a little Mac Davis, who we always say this on all the shows, that I want to sing this song with you, Mac. And a portion of the proceeds will benefit the ReneMarie's Language of Love. Talk into it. Let's see if it's okay. We hear testing. Say testing. No, it's not. Oh, the other one? That's okay. Okay. This is live TV. What can we say? Live TV. Vicki, would you, it's not going. I always want to give everybody the opportunity to sing. So we're going to sing I Believe in Music. And do you know the song, I Believe in Music? You'll know it. So that's okay. Let's roll. So when you hear the words to it, that's why you'll know why we always sing it at the end of the show, and why I was singing with Mac Davis, and I just think it's a perfect anthem for us. So we're waiting. Here we go. And you could sing the refrain. Here we go. Well, I can just sit around making music all day long. As long as I'm making my music, I can't do nobody wrong. And who knows, maybe someday I'll come up with a song that makes people want to stop the fussing and fighting just long enough to sing along. Let's go. I believe in music, and I believe in love. That's it. Music is love, and love is music, if you know what I mean. And people who believe in music are the happiest people I've ever seen. So clap your hands, stomp your feet, and shake your tambourine. Lift your voices to the sky. God loves it when you sing. Let's go. I believe in music, and I believe in love. One more time, let's go. I believe in music. Lord knows that I believe in love. That's it. Music is a universal language, and love is the key to find brotherhood, peace, and understanding, and living in harmony. So take your brother by the hand and sing along with me. Find out what it really means to be young and rich and free. Let's go! I believe in music, and I believe in love. Let's go! I believe in music. Lord knows that I believe in love. Have a wonderful day. Have a stroke of luck. God bless. And we'll see you in 2 weeks. Let's blow our kisses, everyone. Let's blow our kisses. I believe in love. Let's go. I believe in music. Lord knows that I believe in love. Bye, everyone. I believe in music. Lord knows that I believe in love. Wave, everyone. I believe in music. Lord knows that I believe in love. I believe in music. I believe